So with the ice, I'm not a fan of ice melt. It can be hard on your lawn. Also, you can track it into the house, hardwood floors, it can create a mess. It can cause some damage. Ice melts can also lessen the effectiveness of the seal that's on your concrete, and it allows the concrete to become more porous, and that water gets underneath there and causes more damage. So I wanted to find a better solution. So I went down to my local Grand Junction True Value, and I think I came up with something. We've got a utility torch. Says right here, melt ice, and a little bottle of propane. So we're gonna give this a shot. It doesn't tell me how many BTUs or anything, but yeah, we'll put it to the test. So then we've got this guy. That's right, the Forney Fireman, 500,000 BTU, and right here, ice removal. And of course, some propane. Let's go melt some ice. All right, we're gonna go ahead and try out this little guy first, see how it does. It's breaking through okay. Let's try it on a little thicker spot over here. All right, well, it's melting through. I think this would take quite a while. You can see that it's melting that ice through there, which is good. That's what we want to see. There we go, kind of melting that down. But I think this is gonna take a while. So let's see what happens when we use 500,000 BTUs. All right, here we have ourselves 500,000 BTU. Let's watch the difference. Oh yeah. So if we're gonna melt a significant amount of ice, this is definitely the way to do it. So you want to be careful to not get this too close to your siding, especially if you have vinyl or anything that's combustible. So make sure you're aware of where you're using the torch. There we go. All that ice that has not been melting, got that taken care of. All right, so a little less than an hour, and got all of the ice off of our walkways. Both edges, they were covered. But I'm so mad. I'm so mad at myself. So check this out right here. See how the water got in underneath the layer of concrete, and then when it froze, it lifted that top layer off. That's what causes spalling. So I'm gonna have a lot of repair work to do come this spring, fixing all of this area because we did not get the ice off of our sidewalks in time. So my final thoughts about taking care of ice would be to not allow it to form in the first place. It's always best to shovel your walks as soon as it snows, and that way ice doesn't have a chance to form. If you were like us, however, and you did allow the ice to kind of take over, and you have especially if you have a north-facing home that's constantly in the shade and doesn't allow for the snow and ice to melt, then I highly recommend heading out to Grand Junction True Value and picking up a Forney Fireman. Now this one, the mag torch, it was good, and if you just have a small area, I think that this would work well, but it just does not have the same BTU as that Forney Fireman does with 500,000 BTUs. So if you really have an issue and you want to break through the ice, this guy right here, the Forney Fireman. Highly recommend it, and that's all I have for today. Until the next video, see you soon.